Alright. Okay. Just think about ancient coins. Yes! Let's do this thing! You know, I was gonna cosplay in a Bachelor Fry outfit, but just use your imagination and assume that I'm not wearing pants. As far as you know, I never am. Boom! I'm on a strict beer and pizza diet.
Oh snap!
Check out my new disguise.
So stupid.
Disguise? All you did was take off your jacket and pants and put on a different kind of olive mustardy green jacket? I don't know what you'd even call this. Seriously, that's like the least effective disguise ever. Now put your clothes back on and get back to work, Scruffy.
Excuse me, Fry, but I couldn't help noticing you're wearing fewer pants than normal.
Oh, sorry.
It's disguise, Scruffy. I'm on the run from an entire alien race.
I reckon. I find growing a mustache pretty effective. SEC's been looking for me ever since I absconded with 45 million in bearer bonds 15 years ago. Oops. Probably ought to kill you now.
Shouldn't have told you that. Alright, so you are not doing any of that stuff. So with some addendums, additions, fixes off of the video I did the other day, we're only 2 days in. I've just picked up that sweet, childish idiot, Bachelor Fry. Some people had seen in my previous video where I had dumped a whole bunch of levels into Free Waterfall Jr. because I picked him up. I don't regret doing that because I think having him at a high level is going to be useful in future weeks, but there's no reason to really do that currently because you only need to get them up to level 5 in order to make them do 12 damage, and 12 damage is all you need if you're just having characters fight guards right now. So if you're on a budget, for the moment, honestly, a couple of chips will get you up to that nice level 5. And if you want to attack a guard, level 12 is enough to get them halfway there. I thought you were going to be able to have them gang up with 2 different characters fighting the same guard. They still have to fight them individually, but it's nice with 2 characters you can at least fight 2 guards at the same time. Just still kind of double. It's effectively the same, even if it isn't. However, I am going to dump a few more levels into Bachelor Fry because he is going to be required for the next mission. And I've been saving up some cash specifically for him. We're gonna put him up to 15. Just me personally. Oh, that's tasty. That's a nice feel to have all of those come in. Because before we get too distracted, we want to check out Omicronian Assault. So from the paths, your ideal team comp should include an influencer, which you have to have Bachelor Fry, a scientist of some kind, I'm bringing 2 because there's nice, and a delivery boy. And normally Fry is my delivery boy, but you can't bring both Frys for this. So welcome to the party, Leg Mutant. You get to hang out this time because I needed you for Earth missions, so you're strangely kind of a high level. You don't have to bring all of these at the same time for this mission. You do have to have the scientist and the influencer to get this bottom, hardest, most difficult path, but the delivery boy path here is separate, so you don't have to take these all together at the same time. I've got some juice saved up to go through. I'm probably not even going to do the hardest path this time through, but it is probably going to be the most efficient one for grinding if you're just going in for that sweet, sweet dank that we need to collect.
Oh, what an idiot I was!
Yep, because you get 5 weed per path with this particular one. Family photos are the main thing that you'll be looking for here, because those should drop pretty quickly, but I do notice that they are not quite the guaranteed drops that the videotapes were. So it may take you a few runs to get everything that you need to pick up Hattie. We'll talk about her in just a sec. So yeah, taking the easiest path, I only got 3 family photos. But there weren't very many fights. You are probably going to want to grind those longer fights in order to get her quickly. I almost didn't make it back from that mission alive.
That was a mistake.
In retrospect, it was probably a mistake to go into space, pantsless.
Yes, you think we all would have learned that lesson after Apollo 13?
Oh, snap.
If we don't push back against the Omicronian advances, we're doomed. When a guy makes unwanted advances to me, I push back by putting him politely into the friend zone. A real thing that girls do. Probably. It's a nice idea, Amy, but the friend zone is in a completely different quadrant of the galaxy. I know that. I was just really trying to suggest you put your pants back on.
I like the idea that the friend zone is just the name of a solar system somewhere. That's a much better joke. So looking at Hattie McDougall, I've already picked up all 12 of the cats. Those are probably the easiest thing. Hopefully you've had Amy and the professor scooping those up as much as you can as you go. Cremated ashes, I've got 6 out of 9. If you picked up Free Waterfall Jr., this has been really easy to blaze through. Hopefully you either already have Bachelor Fry. I saw some of you got him last night. If you don't have him yet, don't panic. There's still time to get these. They're not actually that difficult. I've been hitting them kind of casually, and even sent Free Waterfall Jr. to clear out some of his quests because I've not been stressing about it. But then having Waterfall does help that out a lot. The family photos are a harder drop than I thought they were going to be. They still seem relatively easy. The big kicker for Hattie is definitely going to be these cat-sized purses. I only have 2 so far. Granted, we're only a couple days in, but make sure you have Kif running these around the clock, as this is going to be the biggest barricade, I think even more than the Statue of Liberty, because at this point, I don't have much to spend my, my dank upon. Other than perhaps Big Ben, which I believe does drop a little bit of stuff every now and then. Oh, it's big! I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting it to be this big. We're gonna put it back here. Perfect. Eventually making a monument beach area would be pretty cool for these. And I saw people speculating about building a Big Ben farm. You can't. You can only make one of them. I think it is a good use of your weed because it does make more, but don't build it until after you have at least the vet clinic. Because as I mentioned, the cat purses have a really low drop rate, so you want to maximize the amount of opportunity chances you have for that to drop, just to counteract how bad that drop rate seems to be. So I would recommend not buying any decorations, even ones that help make you make more currency, until you've gotten up to at least the clinic. If you're buying the blue houses, that's fine. That's very valid. I'm trying to gauge my advice more towards free-to-play players who are probably going to steer clear away from those. Oh, also, at the end of the last video, I ranted a little bit about Pharaoh Bender. Like, as I posted that video, they just switched him back. Apparently, several characters, just as part of a bug, temporarily had the wrong classes, to the point where Free Waterfall Jr., who at the time was an influencer, you probably even watched me put a bunch of influence chips into his big stupid face, now is a delivery boy. Was a delivery boy, which would have been redundant with his normal delivery boy self, is now an influencer. So they kind of swapped classes. Hattie McDougall was also... Hattie McDougall was also going to be another influencer, but she's now a captain as extra incentive. If you miss George Takei, if you don't have Pharaoh Bender because you're not playing on an iPhone, and you don't have Leela because you're not that far in the game yet, Hattie McDougall is another free captain that you can get. In case you weren't interested in her anyway, she will fill out your roster in a way you may have missed, and you've got all month to get her. If you're not doing well, don't worry. You still have a chance to finish that out. So that was it. I just wanted to do a quick update, just showing off Bachelor Fry a little bit, updating the quest with a little bit of information that I didn't know or that changed after I posted the video, just to make sure there isn't any more confusion on that topic. And I have noticed that some people have been having terrible errors where they can't click on Bender to have him go look for the ancient coins to get Fry. If that's the case, one, absolutely prioritize rushing through the buildings to get up to that vet clinic as fast as you possibly can.
But also as a workaround, I've heard that some people have been able to go into the Outfit-O-Matic, click on the button, and then assign Bender indirectly through the Outfit-O-Matic. They can't click on him directly or it crashes the game. That's really inconvenient. I hope that hasn't set too many of you really far behind. I hope TinyCo fixes that quickly. It would be nice if they compensated you in some ways, because it's been a couple of days. Our people are still experiencing those glitches, and as tight as these week events kind of can be, losing 2 days to a bug, especially on the hardest item, can be really inconvenient. Is that something you've been experiencing? Have you been able to work your way around it? Do you guys have Bachelor Fry yet? Are you close? If you don't have Free Waterfall Jr., you are gonna wanna get him as quick as you can so that you can start beating up those guards and leveling him up a little bit to help push Hattie McDougall into the last finish line. But we still have 4 or 5 days left in this week, so again, keep it mellow, keep it casual, check in whenever you need to, but let me know how you're doing. I'm enjoying this week so far. I hope you guys are bug-free and getting the stuff that you like too. That's it for this one.